Good afternoon, everybody. John here in Studio 10-4 and the Studio 10-4 weekly update for you. First weekend of July 4th weekend. It's a holiday weekend. So how the hell are you guys doing out there? Glad to see we got a bunch of people already tuned in. Hopefully we get a few more in here as we go. Just got a quick update for you guys. That's why they call it the Studio 10-4 weekly update. Real simple, stuff going on this weekend, and of course get you caught up on everything that is 10-4. How the heck was your week, man? I don't know about you guys, but kind of crazy around here in Folsom, where I live at. It is Folsom Pro Rodeo weekend, so we have what is known as the longest running continuous rodeo event in the state of California. 60-year anniversary this weekend. Would have been 60 years last year, but we did not have the rodeo due to COVID. So like a lot of other events that could have been, would have been, should have been, they were not. Rick, good to have you on the show. And Everett, very recent cover trucker, always a cover trucker, once a cover trucker, but featured cover truck. Good to have you on the show with us. Appreciate that. And have you guys seen the latest? I would think you have, considering the amount of traffic that this truck has generated. Yeah, I'd say a lot of you guys have seen our current cover truck for July 2021. It is a beautiful 579 Peterbilt, all black custom dump truck that belongs to a gentleman in the Monterey County. And he's a paving contractor. And of course, if you haven't seen it yet, you can now, even if you don't have the latest magazine print version in your hands, you can go to the website, because the website is updated with all the latest and greatest. And there's a lot of great stuff in the website this month. Not that there isn't any other month. There definitely is this month. It looks really good. I just, for the first time, got to look at it this afternoon a little bit. I don't have time because I run the main saloon. Talk about the Fox and the Hen House, the main saloon at the rodeo every year. So we have three of us. It's a 3-night event. So there's 3 of us. We rotate. This year I get the first night for whatever reason. That's just the way it worked out. So I'll be running the saloon tonight till midnight. And the way it works over here for our rodeo, we go from 7:30 is when the start of the rodeo is. We open up at 6. Gates open at 6 so everybody can come in. But 7:30, the actual rodeo starts, and it goes till 10. And then we have fireworks every night. And then after the fireworks, we have the saloon with live country music and dancing until midnight, every one of the 3 nights. So it's quite a fun deal. We get about 25,000 people through the weekend. Again, it's a 3-night event. And of course, we do them at night and always have, because it's so stinking hot here in July usually, that doing anything like that during the daytime would just not work out. So, and luckily we're getting a break from the heat, man. Today, they're supposed to top out at about 95 degrees, which is great. Same thing through the weekend. So the evenings will be in probably the low 70s throughout the evening. We don't cool down much below that, maybe 68, 69, something like that. It's about as low as it got last night. So hopefully wherever you guys are at, it's something, there's something going on that's cool and fun. You can bring the family to, have a chance to get out of the truck, go do something besides drive back and forth, coast to coast, up and down, north and south, whatever you're doing. Hopefully you're going to be home and doing something special. Again, the website's updated, so check that out. Get a look at all the great stories, great pictures, and of course, show reports are in there as well. If you guys want to get the magazine sooner than everybody else, you just got to have that printed version, and we would love for you to do it. Go and get your subscription. Go to the website, go to the subscribe or 10-4 shop tab. Just click on it, and the store will open up for you, and you can get your subscription. Next week, the show coming up next week, because I'm going to go to the events tab right now. I want to get a look at what the latest, greatest is on our shows coming up. Excuse me. Obviously, we got Walcott coming up next week, July 8th through the 10th. We will have 10-4 there in person. I will not, Team 10-4 will be there, but I will not be there. Cost of things just went insane. From renting cars to airfares, just insane, literally. So if you guys are flying anywhere, you know what I'm talking about. I will not be there, but there will be Dan and Shan and Eric will be there in person, and there will be shirts available. The new shirts are out, and they should have those there for you guys for purchase. Be sure and stop by the 10-4 magazine booth and get yours at the show at Walcott. Coming up after Walcott, July 16th and 17th, the Gulf Coast Big Rig Truck Show. And the same weekend, it looks like, yes, second annual Western Nebraska Truck Show. And then the big one after that's going to be Top Gun, large car shootout. That should be a lot of fun. And then everybody else after that, be sure and check those out on our website, 10-4 magazine, allspelledout.com. Next week, I will be back on Friday at regular time. In fact, let's just go ahead and set it up. Why don't we say I'll be here at the regular time next Friday at 6 p.m. Hopefully we'll have some great stuff in store for you. I'm going to try to get our current cover truck owner in the show with us. And of course, we'll have some great giveaways to do with him as well as you guys. I'll try to put something together because we're going to do something special for you as well. Tune in then and find out what it is. And I might drop some hints throughout the week so that you guys might have a little bit of legwork to do before we get to the show, whatever that might be. It'll help you to get something cool. It'll be a great gift, I'm sure. I already know what I have in mind. We just got to make sure it's going to be available for you. What else is going on? You know, in real life, hey, by the way, I want to say hi to Dave Cooper. Thanks. And hey, Tennessee, man. There's a lot of people from California moving to Tennessee. So, Dave, you could probably be a testament to that. I don't know if you got a lot of people from my area moving around you, but my next door neighbor moved to Tennessee along with a lot of other folks. I don't know what's going out there in real life with you guys, but in real life here in Folsom, crazy. And believe me, it's not Folsom. Just trust me on that. It's everywhere. And I'll give you an example. And I was just talking to Dan about it. You know, I took Miss Julia, who's not in studio with us today, virtually or in real life. She's probably busy working away right now and can't tune in, but we had to take her car in and get the rear brakes done on it. I have a place that I take my vehicles to because they offer lifetime brakes. And so you pay for them one time and you never have to pay for them again. So great deal, right? It's a national chain. So if you guys want, if you want to know the information, drop me a note and I'll share who it is. But they offer a lifetime brake pad or shoe, depending on what you've got. We go in, and this is a big facility. The one that we went to, it's in Sacramento. It's a huge facility. There was 2 guys working, one in the front to welcome people and of course run the cash register, and the other guy was a technician working out in the shop. 2 guys. I think there was 6 or 7 bays at this place. That's how big it is. And they have everything that they can do: brakes, tune-ups, front end, lube, service. I mean, you name it. This place is a huge shop. And I asked the guy, I said, and I probably already knew the answer, but I just wanted to ask him anyways, where is everybody? And he said, you know what? We can't get anybody to come to work. And as soon as he said that, it was verified. I knew what he was talking about. And this is a common problem all over. Guys are collecting unemployment checks. And listen, I'm not going to wrong anybody for, making the smarter business move and collecting the larger amount of money, because why wouldn't you? And they are. But the problem is that it's more than these guys are getting paid, apparently. Or even if it's not, they're not having to do anything for it. So basically it's free money. So I don't know. And believe me, this is not an isolated thing. We went from there while the car was in there getting worked on, because we had to wait. We had to get a lift back to the house. Went and had lunch at the next door to the restaurant. And it wasn't as bad, but it was the same. Same deal, Luckily, the service was good. They took care of us, but it wasn't what it used to be. They just don't have the people. Yeah, Randy. pest control. There's no, what should I say? Nobody is it's not a one company industry or whatever thing. It's everybody, everything. Anybody that can collect unemployment right now is. Now, granted, supposedly you have to go and fill out the form when you collect your check. On the back, I think there's a form that comes with it, and it says you searched, you went to 10 different places or something and looked for a job. Well, you didn't have to do that before. Now you do, supposedly. I don't know if that's really happening or not, but bottom line is, and here's the other joke too, without getting too political. Somebody in our political arena was quoted as saying, if you want your guys to come back, pay them more money. Okay. You know what? I get that. But at the same time, if a business can only pay so much money, that's the money that they have that they can pay an employee, and the employee has agreed to work for that amount of money. That's the way it is. If I go to work for you doing what I do, just like I do with 10-4, I mean, we agreed this is what it's going to be. It's like that anywhere. You pick up a load, you agreed to haul it for that much money. So, the reality of it is that we've gone through some really extreme times here recently, especially, of course, 2020 was stuff going on there that we've never seen before. Personally, in my own life, stuff I've never seen before and had to deal with, and I'm still dealing with. And of course, I'm referring to COVID. It's had I think it's having a longer lasting effect on everybody and everything than anyone could have ever predicted. Whether you caught COVID or not, the effects of it and what it's done to our economy and how it was handled have certainly given us some long lasting effects. Physically, I have some long lasting effects that I don't know when they're going to go away. Little by little, they are. But in case you guys haven't noticed, I've dropped a little weight. Hey, dropped a little hair. I dropped 50 pounds. I don't know how much of it was hair, but I lost some of that too. But I got some other things going on that, where did that come from? And apparently it all came from COVID. So, yeah, Randy, I know what it has done to our country. I mean, Dave, good point. Yeah, all across this great country, all you see is help wanted signs, and people need people to come in and work now that they're open again, but nobody's stepping in. So I don't know what the solution is. I guess what it's probably going to come down to is the enforcement of people having to look for work and document it on their unemployment paperwork. But here in California, the EDD, which is the Employment Development Department, is in such a shambles. And this is not a new thing, not in this state anyways. It is in a shambles, absolute shambles, because of the administration that's been running it and those above them. So there's some good people I know personally that are involved with the EDD, and they're good guys. They've done everything they can to make it happen and make it work, but it's been an ongoing thing for years. It's nothing new. It's just the worst it's ever been. So, and in case you haven't heard, we're going to get a new governor here probably pretty soon. September the 14th, I think, is when the election is going to be. And it's interesting how they put this together. They've put it in a way that you can either vote to say keep or remove the current governor. And if you keep him, then you're done. If you want to remove him, then you go down the ballot and pick who you're going to ask to represent you for governor of the state of California. So yeah, recall the recall of the current governor, whom I will not name. So listen, sure, it's probably similar where you guys might be at. There's a lot of great states out there that figured this stuff out. They're doing all right, certainly doing better than we are here. The stuff that's going on in the state of California, all the road tax you guys pay, you'd think the roads would be in better shape. 2290 is due right now, isn't it? I think it's July, right? So you guys got to pay your 2290 right now. All that money is supposed to go into the roads, into the structures and the infrastructure of the roads, bridges, overpasses, asphalt, everything that it takes to run the roads. Where's that money gone? Where's it going? So, God, I could go on and on. I don't want to do that to you guys. Anyways, listen up. this week coming up, be sure and get out to Walcott. If you're anywhere near that show, be sure and drop by and say hi to the guys. Team 10-4, like I said, will be in play. Chad, good to have you on the show, buddy. You just jumped in at the right time. Well, not the right time, but in time. How's that? Because I'm just about done here for today. Had to look over there and make sure I didn't miss anything. Gulf Coast Big Rig Truck Show after that, the following weekend, 16th and 17th, and on the same weekend, second annual Western Nebraska Truck Show. And of course, coming up, the big show after that, Top Gun Large Car Shootout. And of course, coming up in September, we got 2 big shows coming up back-to-back weekends. That's going to be a running weekend for Team 10-4. We're going to be at Truckin' for Kids, September 18th and 19th. And then the following week, we are headed out to Joplin to Guilty by Association Truck Show for September 23rd through the 25th. Probably going to be the biggest show of the year in Joplin with Guilty by Association Truck Show, the Chrome Shop Mafia and Brian and all the gang over there. I haven't talked to them yet, but that's coming up quick. In fact, probably going to be talking next week about what 10-4 is going to be doing there with the Chrome Shop Mafia guys and the show. There's a lot of cool stuff that we want to bring and live stream to everybody, because not everybody's going to be able to make it, but there's going to be a lot of trucks there. I can't even imagine. I mean, I think they were at 600 or so just on a regular year. The last year we had the show. This year wouldn't surprise me to see 1,000 trucks. All right, guys, listen, I got to get ready because, like I said, I'm working at the Folsom Pro Rodeo tonight and Sunday night, but tonight's the first night of the rodeo. It goes for 3 nights. If you're in Folsom, let me know. If you want to go to the rodeo, let me know. Nothing like going to a fun rodeo. The guys at Flying U Rodeo supply all the stock and all the chutes and everything for all the livestock to come out with the cowboys on backs of the broncs, and of course bull riding. Don't forget, because we will be doing that as well. So love to have you guys take part in any thing we have going on any way we can. Happy 4th of July to all of you. I hope, like I said early in the show, I hope you all make it someplace that you can kick back, have a beer if that's your thing, maybe a margarita, whatever it is, along with some barbecue, friends and family. Some fireworks would be fun, and you guys get all the good fireworks. We're going to have some at our rodeo every night that are the real deal, the high altitude. Well, it's an aerial display, but they do drop them down a little lower because we don't want them going off into the dry brush outside the rodeo grounds. But you guys have a good one wherever you're at. Find a great show, hang out, be with ones that love you and that you love, and have a nice weekend together. We'll see you next week, Friday, 6:30 p.m. We'll be here with Studio 10-4. We're going to have, hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll have our current cover truck owner on the show with us. We'll have some great giveaways and other cool stuff to talk about and share with you. I have some great video footage that I shot of our current cover truck that I want to share with you. I have to put it together so that it's presentable, and I'll need some time to do that. So we'll see you with that and a lot more next week. Have a great weekend. Keep the shiny side up, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you then. Take care.